Ooh, welcome back to Tom's Garage again. Ooh, what a beautiful morning. Beautiful morning. Good morning, everybody. But today, pow, Cub Cadet LTX1045. We are going to be replacing the deck belt. Yep. Customer says when he disengages this thing, it'll fall off this front pulley. We're going to do something with this. Looks like this bar right here, this belt keeper. There's just too much space in between there. Yep. And we're going to put a new belt on there. Look on this side here. Yeah, this thing has definitely been hit. It needs to be pulled way back. Yeah, there's just too much space in there. Okay. And we're going to get a brand new belt. This is going to be for a Cub Cadet 954-04219, which the Sten's number is 265-216. Wow. So let's do it. First thing I did is lower the deck all the way down, so I have room to work in there. Let me grab my flashlight. Grab your little flashlight. Okay, now we got some light. We can see what we're doing. First thing we're going to do is pull these covers off. So let's do that. That is a 3/8 head. You got three of these. 3 screws on each side, takes the covers off. Instead of using a ratchet, I'm going to use my impact with a swivel. Just lost that socket. All right, here we go. This one here would be a little tougher to get to. It's at more of an angle. We got it though. All right. Ooh, look at the grass built up under there. Yeah, let's get all this cleaned out. Yeah. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. To the trash can. Ooh, that's a fire hazard. That is a fiery hazard right here. Good grief. Reach under there and pull out a big old cotton-headed rattle moccasin. Wow, that's a lot of stuff packed up in there. It'll make them spindles get too hot too, because it ain't getting airflow. Make the bearings go bad quicker. Ah, that's pretty clean. Just kind of stick that in there like that. Push that down through the bottom of the deck. We'll clean up the table later. Pretty simple little job. Pretty simple little job. Okay, we'll go around to the other side. I bet it's going to be packed full of grass too. Yep. All right, this one's a little tougher to get to. It's a little further back. Here we go, we got her. And this one's not near as bad, but it's still got a lot of grass packed in there. Look at that. Too bad you ain't got a cow or a horse or goat or something you can feed all this to. All right, now these covers are what holds the belt on. Because when you disengage and throw all that slack on it, this keeps the belt from just falling off this pulley. So you gotta have your cover. So many times a customer brings me a tractor and says, oh, the belt keeps coming off. I said, well, your cover's missing. Especially on the Troy belts, because they're metal covers and they always crack around the screw head and they'll just fall off and they won't even know it. They'll see it later in the yard and say, what is that? Throw it in the garbage. Okay, we've got to remember how this thing is routed. From the engine pulley, it goes on the inside of these two, because the pulleys you can see are flat, so the back side of the belt will go on the inside. You've got a belt finger there, and you have another belt finger there, a little flap that keeps the belt on. We got to loosen these nuts so the pulley will wobble, so we can get it out from behind those little flap things, little belt fingers. And let's see, we'll have to get it out from under here. There's another little keeper right there. So we got to go on the inside of that. We could probably get it out from under that without having to take that off. Okay. So that's how the belt is routed. Okay. And I want to take a look at this bar right here, because he says when he well, right now I've got it engaged. I'll disengage it and throw all that slack on there. He says when he disengages it, the belt will just kind of fall off, and it will. Well, I just pulled it off this pulley here. See, that's why those covers are on there, so it won't do that. Let's take a look at this pulley right here. I'm gonna see. See, that's what's happening on this side over here. Stick the camera in here so you can see right here. There's too much space in there. It just falls over. So we're going to have to bend this back where it should be. Shouldn't be that much space, but see, if I bend this, I don't want to bend that out over there too far. So what we're going to have to do, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take and grab it. Let's see, I'm going to take and grab it, and I'm going to pull it at an angle towards me this way. See if I can bend it with my hands. What did that do? Did that do anything at all? Nope. It didn't do nothing. Let's see. That side is fine. It's just this side is. I tell you what I need to do. I need to just move this wheel out of the way here and whack it with a big old hammer. If I can get one in there, I can unbolt it there. I'm going to get this hood off and out of the way. It's just a big old bulky plastic hood right there. I don't want to damage it. Too easy to damage. Well, there's nowhere to unplug it, so you got to just take the headlights out. Well, I can't get the bulbs through them. Put it. Ooh, sound like I cracked it. I'll just get this hood off. You don't have to take the hood off. I just want to, because I got to work on that bar, and I don't want this hood in the way and getting damaged. So, too many things in here that can break, and I ain't in the market to buy a new Cub Cadet hood. So we'll just put it over here for safekeeping. All right, now we got a little bit more room to work. This one has got the 20 horsepower Kohler Courage. All right. Let's see, I want to bend that thing somehow or another. I just want to bend it. Stick the camera in there. I just want to take and bend this a little bit closer. What's a good way to do that? Let me grab a pipe wrench. That's what we use. A good pipe wrench. We can get it in there. It bended a little bit. Let's see. Let's do it again. See if we can get some more out of it. Yeah, that's all I want right there is to hold that belt on. Now let's see what it, let's see how it affected that other side over there. Yeah, that's still pretty good. It's not going to come off of that. Pretty good, pretty good. Let me see if by chance if I can get that. Well, no, I ain't gonna be able to get it up there. I'm gonna get a little bit higher. I believe that's pretty good. If we need to, that bar goes up and it bolts right there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but bolts right there where that little bar goes up. That's where that bolts. And the other side does the same thing. It bolts there, right there. You can get to that bolt from the bottom. We may have to take that bar loose to get that belt out from around it now. Let's see if we can work this belt off. Okay, that's good. Got that one. Got that side off. Oh, golly, I just dropped the camera. Everything's so greasy. Oily. This thing must have an oil leak. Here we go. Ah, the old pipe wrench trick. Now, we can take the belt off. We need to loosen that. Yeah, there's a big old cut right there in the deck belt. Good. That's probably going to be, looks like a 9/16, and you gotta stick a wrench into there and hold the bottom of the bolt head and loosen this nut. I've seen people take and just bend these things, which is not a good thing to do. You could probably squeeze it and get it off like that, but you really don't want to do that to the new belt, because you may damage the new belt putting it on. Let's see how easy this one will come off. There we go. We got it. We might get lucky and not have to loosen those nuts. We're going to try to put the new belt on there like that without having to take that loose. And we got to work it out from under this. Good job. Good job, Dobie. You're going to be a mechanic one day, boy. And there we go. I'm sure this belt is probably worn thin. That new belt's going to be a lot stiffer. I don't see any worn places in it. That'll sometimes make the belt come off too. if you have a spot where it rubbed and got real thin in a certain area, it will cause it to come off. Let's get the new belt out of the package. This one feels a lot thicker and stiffer, which is a good thing. Let me hold it like this and kind of pull on it. It looks about the same length. Get rid of that. All right, let's put it back on. Ooh, just find somewhere to set this camera. Get it out of my hand. I know I'm driving y'all nuts. Okay. Okay, let me go right over here. We'll go back under this little bar right here on the inside of it. Yeah, this belt is a lot thicker. A lot thicker. I'm probably going to hit that camera with this belt. Let's see if we can get it on without causing too much stress on the belt. No, that belt's way too thick. We got to loosen these nuts. Let me grab a couple of wrenches. I'm going to use a 9/16 socket, I believe it is, and a ratchet, and an end wrench. 9/16 there. And a 9/16 here. Oh, that's tight. Oh, we got it. I don't take it all the way off, but put the camera over here, y'all see what I'm doing better. Hold the bolt head while you loosen this, and loosen it enough where this thing will wobble. And make sure you don't move this, because this has got to stay in a certain position. You can feel it's got a little dimple on the bottom. It goes into a hole. Okay, there we go. Now, make sure that goes back in that little dimple hole. Feels like it is. Hold the bolt head on the bottom, and we'll tighten her back up. And right before it gets all the way tight, I'm going to double check. Make sure this is back in its place. Okay, feels pretty good. Change hands and give it a good hunkering. Let me see if I can grab it with the box end. Hey-ya! Oh, there we go. Nice and tight. Around there. Okay, now we'll go to the other side and do the same thing. Do the same thing. This light right here I'm using, it really messes with that camera. I don't know, something about the UV rays or something. That's weird. Okay. And we'll figure out a way to get that wrench in there and hold that bolt head, and the knuckles are right in the way. Yeah, boy, that's pretty tight. right, make sure that belt finger didn't move. Okay, now we'll tighten it back up. Okay, got that. All right, everything is on properly. Let's get this belt fed through here. Make sure it stays on. The pulleys. And then we'll try to work it back around here. May end up having to take this loose, because the last thing I want to do is hurt this belt. Yeah, we'll have to take that loose, I'm afraid. Yeah. I'm just going to take it loose from the other side over there because it's easier to get to. This bolt is right against that engine block right there, and I don't want to have to mess with that. It's too tight. So if we can get one side off, we can manipulate this thing to get that belt on there. Whew. Right there. Okay, we will get right there. I think that's, is that a 1/2 inch or is that it feels like a 1/2 inch. So what I'll do is grab an extension and a 1/2 inch socket. 1/2 inch socket. Where's my wrench? Okay, I'm actually looking in the camera to see where my socket is. Here we go. Yeah, I can see in the screen right there. Here we go. Propel. Propel. Now, I can move this bar around. I think it's going to be kind of tough to get that bolt started back up in there because that bar's so bent up. We're going to have to muscle that thing and get that bolt started back. Boogie woogie choo choo train. Okay. That's all we had to do. And we had to do that because I ain't taking a chance on hurting that belt. Okay. Let's get this thing started back. That has got the bolt back up in there. I'm gonna be looking at the screen to guide myself. Here we go. Move it around, find the hole. Where is it? I think I see it. Make sure it gets started and doesn't cross thread. Make sure it's not at an angle. Looks pretty good. There we go. Okay. That looks pretty good. That's not going to fall off. This side looks pretty good. That's not going to fall off. We're inside the belt fingers there. Everything's tight. Inside over there. Now let me engage the deck. Look at everything real good. All the pulleys feel good. Everything looks good. I leave it engaged to put the covers back on, because that way you know the belt will be held inside of these little bars. Yep. So we'll go ahead and slap this cover back on. Find the hole. Get that one started. It's kind of hard to get them started because they're so small and they're in that little indented place. Okay. This will be pretty easy here. Knock on wood. And these are plastic, so kind of go easy on them. Ooh, too much of an angle. Ooh, there it goes. Aha. You ain't getting away from me, boy. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Well, what did I do with the cover? Where did I put the cover? I lost the cover. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, I put that one on this side. It don't matter, they're the same exact cover. It don't matter what side they go on. It's getting early in the morning, and it's getting about, I don't know, it was not early in the morning, it was getting close to noon, so it's starting to get warm again. I'm gonna get done with this, and I can turn them fans back on, get one going, because it feels awful warm in here. Ooh, parts. All right, I hope that's what I think it is. Maybe it's a gift from a viewer. No, I do. I got a set of blades ordered. That Arian's tractor's been here for a week. Let me hit pause real quick. All right, got me a set of blades. Finally. Make sure that was tight. Make sure that was tight. Make sure that was tight. Boogie woogie choo choo train. Okay. Everything looks good. What's that 6 sound in reverse? Siren beeper. Sounds like you're choking a duck. All right, let's get this camera set up right here. I'm gonna lower the deck, engage it. I'm using my small tripod today. Small tripod today. All right. Y'all got a good view of it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Disengage. I should have known better than to engage them in here. I just blew dust everywhere. That's all right. That's why I got that new little battery powered blower. I have to blow the shop out every 3 or 4 times a day. I just lower the deck back down, inspect the belt, make sure it ain't got no damage on it. All right, let's check the state of things. Everything looks pretty good. Everything looks pretty good. It didn't fall off. Now let me hit the engage. I'm gonna double check that one belt finger right there. Yeah, that's a good place. Okay, I just want to make sure that if this belt finger had moved over here, it would be rubbing that belt badly. I don't see no skint marks on the belt anywhere. Everything looks pretty good. Whew. All right, boys and girls, that is a deck blade belt Cub Cadet LTX1045 deck blade belt replacement. Yeah, that belt's a whole lot thicker than that other belt. I bet you that was part of the problem too. Well, all right, boys and girls, thanks for watching another Tom Love video. Oh, I love you guys. Love each other. Love me. I'm tired. I'm gonna get these fans on. Let me hold the camera up so you can look at me like that instead of like that. Y'all be good, man. Boys and girls, I will catch y'all on the next one. Love y'all.